It looks really smooth and creamy as well, so oh, that's really good. It's really smooth and creamy. Hi everyone and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make my delicious fresh tomato and lentil soup. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really delicious soup. Now I realise it's nearly summer, but today is actually quite cold and wet for me in the UK. It's not a very nice day at all, and I thought to myself, we're going to need soup for dinner, so that's exactly what I'm going to make. So the first thing I've done for this recipe is I've got myself a large pan, and I'm going to put this onto a high heat on my hob. I'm going to add oil to the base of that pan, and I'm just going to leave that pan to heat up. But before I go, I just want to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video and you have any comments, then please feel free to leave those in the comments section below. And also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it. So yes, as I said, I'm just going to leave this pan to heat up. My pan is getting nice and hot, so what I've done is I've peeled, sliced and diced one onion, and I'm just going to pop that into the base of my pan like so, and I'm going to fry this onion now until it starts to soften and hopefully go a lovely golden brown colour around the edges as well. So this took around 3 minutes, but the onions have started to soften beautifully, and they've also started to go a lovely golden brown colour. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the celery. So I have just removed these scraggly bits from the top and the bottom of the celery, and then I've just sliced it into very thin pieces, and I'm just going to pop that into the base of my pan like so, and I'm going to fry the celery now for about another 3 minutes. This probably won't go soft until I add in the tomatoes and fry those for a while, but I just want this to heat through basically. I want the celery to become warm so it can start to soften once the tomatoes go in. So I'm just going to continue to fry this celery for about 2 minutes now. Next I'm going to add in the fresh tomatoes. So I have just simply chopped up about 500 grams of fresh tomatoes. I think there was probably a bit more than 500 grams there. And I'm going to fry these now in this pan with the other ingredients until these start to go soft. And this will take a little while, so please persevere. But they will start to soften probably after about 5 minutes. You are going to blend these at the end, so if you wanted to do this a bit quicker and you didn't want to wait for them to sort of soften, then you can if you want to, but trust me, the efforts are worth the results. It is a delicious soup at the end, so once you get to try it, so just keep persevering and keep frying these tomatoes is what I say. So I'm just going to continue to fry these now for about 5 more minutes. The tomato has started to cook down beautifully, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some dried mixed herbs to this. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of dried mixed herbs. If you have fresh herbs growing in your garden, then you can always use those. So I'm just going to add those in, and then I'm going to add some salt and pepper as well. I know we normally do this at the end, but I like to add salt to tomatoes when they're cooking, because I find it brings out the sweetness in them. So I don't know what it is that does that. It must be an acid balance thing or something. But I'm going to put quite a lot of salt in. It's Himalayan pink salt, so it goes through the liver slightly easier than bleached and dyed salt from the supermarket. Just table salt is slightly better for you, and you can buy it online for not very expensive as well. So that's that done, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my lentils. So I've got about 300 grams of red lentils there. I'm just going to add those to the pot like so, and I'm just going to heat these through for a moment. about 30 seconds or so. Doesn't need to be long because I'm going to add some stock in now. So I'm going to add about 800 mils of stock. I've just got some chicken stock here, but if you wanted to make this vegan, then you could add vegetable stock, or you can add beef stock or bone broth if you want to as well. And I did turn the heat down earlier, but I'm going to turn that back up, and I'm going to grab my lid for this pot, and I'm just going to continue to stir until it comes to the boil. And then once it comes to the boil, I will leave it to simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. I don't think it even needs 10 minutes. Lentils really don't take that long to cook. So I should probably leave this for about 5 minutes, and then I'll take it off the heat and I'll blend it, but I'll show you that a bit later. The soup has started to come to the boil now. So I'm just going to turn the heat down to a medium heat, and I'm going to leave the lentils to simmer for about 5 minutes, as I said earlier, and then I will remove it from the heat. So the lentils have started to go mushy, and the chicken stock is soaking very nicely into them as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove this from the heat, and I'm going to leave it to cool, and then, as I said, I will blend it in a little while, and then I will let you know how it tastes, but I'm sure it's going to be delicious because it smells so good right now. I left the soup to cool for a good half an hour. It's not cooled completely, but it's cool enough to put into the blender. So I'm just going to pour the soup into this blender, like so. If you haven't got a big blender like this, then you might need to do this in 2 parts. If you are using something plastic, I would say to wait until it cools completely. This is glass, so it's better to blend cooked items in it, really, or hot items. The plastic, when you put foods like this into plastic blenders, if it's hot, the plastic might leach, and then you get nasty chemicals in your food and stuff. Nobody likes that, do they? So yes, I am now going to blend all of these ingredients together. I also wanted to say that if you didn't want to blend it and you just wanted to eat it like that, then that's perfectly okay as well. But we do like it blended in this house, so I am going to blend it now. Blended the soup until it is smooth, so I'm going to pour it back into the saucepan, and I'm going to put this on the hob for a little while, and I'm just going to heat it through until, well, it looks warm enough, but I'm just going to heat it a little bit more. I'm just going to heat it through until it's warm enough to eat, and then I will serve some and I will let you know how it tastes. I heated the soup through until it's warm enough to eat, and now I'm just going to try some to let you know how it tastes. As I said earlier, it smells amazing, so I'm sure it's going to taste as good as it smells, should I say? So yes, it looks really smooth and creamy as well, so oh, that's really good. It's really smooth and creamy, and there's a certain subtle sweetness to it as well. It's not too overly sweet, but it's just right. So I put enough salt in that as well. Yes, I'm really pleased with that, and I'm really looking forward to having this for my dinner this evening. That's how you make my delicious fresh tomato and lentil soup, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.